All right, so I just woke up. That's why my hair is a little messy, and I'm currently in New York right now. I took a private jet to come here. If y'all saw like my Instagram posts and stuff, that was actually really cool. But I basically wanted to make a video because I don't think I've ever made a video talking about what laziness even is in the first place and how to get over laziness. And a lot of people think that like laziness is just something that is a problem for them, but what you don't realize is like laziness is something that every single human deals with. We are just lazy, and you can't overcome it by working harder like David Goggins and all those people say when they're like, just work, just work. It doesn't work that way. Life doesn't work that way, unfortunately. That's not how anything works in life. Basically, procrastination and laziness is debt to the soul. It means that you don't feel in your mind like you are worthy enough of living a certain life, therefore your mind is never going to let you work. If you don't believe you, let's say you want $1 million, for example, and you're not putting in the work to get $1 million, if your mind simply does not believe you are that $1 million person, it's not going to let you work because it's like very, very confused. If you align your mind with that version of yourself, that's when the work actually starts coming from. For me, for example, from the age of 15, when I got started in all this online business stuff and I started first wanting to make money and even trying to make money, I was the laziest person on earth. Like, literally, when I say lazy, like, I was so freaking lazy. I could not get any work done at all. And that's why I say I won in life and I got here by working hard mentally, not physically. That's exactly what I did. Because what's going to help you in the long run more, like for success longer? Someone with the best mindset or someone who's the best at business? It's going to be the best mindset, because if someone who is the best at business does not have the same mindset as the person who's mediocre at business but has the best mindset, nothing's going to happen. You have to know exactly where your work is going to take you. And I think a lot of people, they're genuinely lazy simply because they think that they are not worthy of getting the life that they want to live, and that's a lot of the times why it is. Like when I go look back to my 17-year-old self, and I'm like, why was I not able to like put in work and like do things like that? Like now, if I wanted to get work done for 12 hours a day, I could do so. Simple as that. If I wanted to work on a new project, I can, because that's how I hold myself. That's the version of myself that I'm aligned to. Literally my millionaire version, even probably further, to be honest. That's why I'm able to work. But literally, laziness is debt to the soul. It's like you owe the world something, and the world does not owe you anything at all. It's basically another thing. Like if you feel like you need success, I talk about detachment a lot, like y'all know, and that's another thing too. When you feel like you need success, you're telling the world you do not already have it. You have to treat the universe as like a game. Like the universe only gives you things that you think that you already have, or that you convince yourself that you already have. That you convince the world that you already have. So if you convince the world that you are already a millionaire, what's going to happen? The world is going to bless you with millions. And when I say world, you could say God, universe, whatever word like that. But that is how the world works. So like if you are not in that state of mind every single day, and keep in mind, like laziness is a state of being. Like if you are not in the state of mind that you are that aligned version, you are that mirrored version of yourself, you are not someone that doesn't need success, then you are going to continue to be lazy and nothing's ever going to fix. And as sad as that is to say, that's just the sad reality of things. But when I was saying you have to treat the universe like a game, it's basically like if you, first off, I always say like if you feel like you need it, just like I just said. But when it comes to down to laziness, the only thing that you really have to do to get over laziness is be able to see a clear like path of where you can go in the first place. Because a lot of people have like no goals, like they have no set goal, and that's something that I've struggled with a lot the last 6 months, because I kind of have everything that I want in life right now. So it's like, what's the next goal? And it was a mindset struggle that I kind of had. Like I'm not perfect at all as well, but you have to be able to see yourself exactly where you're going to go. Like anytime I say, oh, it's debt to the soul, that means you have no clear vision. You don't know where you want to go. That means you physically can't work because your mind doesn't believe you to be a millionaire. So how are you going to be a millionaire? Like if the world doesn't see you as what you want to be, you are not going to get it. You have to convince the world. That's why anytime these people are like, oh, you have to be delusional in order to make it, it's absolute nonsense, because it's confidence. It's something that you need to know. If you put in your head, oh, I'm a millionaire, and you said that every day, you acted like it, you spoke like it, you walked like it, you talked like it, you did all those things, but then you were like, oh, this is a delusion. I'm tricking myself into getting rich. No, you don't have to trick yourself into getting rich. You convince yourself you're rich, and then it basically tricks the world. That's why I was saying you have to treat the universe like a game, because it is a game. And when people hear this, they're like, there's no way the world works this way. The world literally works this way. things will come to you like a literal magnet when you start learning these things. It's absolutely insane. That is what changed my life, not hard work. Hard work did not get me here. I promise you, this mental work and learning how the universe works in the first place got me here. And that's exactly what you need to be doing, is like realizing how the world works. Because at the end of the day, it's like, how can I cheat my way to the top? And that's how I cheated my way to the top. I learned every single way that I could form myself to become this just like, not fulfilled version, that's not the word I'm looking for, just become this like ultimate version of myself, where like I could basically get anything done and I wasn't lazy anymore, and that I could also learn every single thing about life to the point where like I can get anything I want. Like I know how the universe works, therefore like I can bend anything to my will. And that's another thing about laziness. Like the people who are lazy, the reason that I stopped being lazy is, first, like everything I said in this video, I truly actually believed that I was already rich, therefore my mind was able to work because the world believed it and I believed it. So I was aligned with the world's will and my will, right? But I definitely think that the reason I was also able to start working and stuff like that was not only like I saw like a clear path for once, but a lot of people, like when they try to work, they don't know what they're working for. And you have to have a big enough why behind why you want things in the first place. And a lot of people aren't willing to admit these things to themselves, but this little motivation, like, oh, I want to get rich so I can help my mom, I want to get rich so I can go take a trip to New York, for example, or something like that, that does not get you anything. I wanted to get rich to literally shit on other people. Like my motivation was so dark. And I pictured it so vividly. Like I imagined everyone seeing me on social media and just scrolling and having to see my face every single day. I admit I want to be better than other people. I want things that other people don't have. That's true dark motivation that is actually going to fuel you, because what's the emotion behind that? It's anger. So like when you can mix all these things, you have true motivation, you're truly aligned, your mind believes you are already rich, therefore the world believes you are already rich. I promise you, you overcome laziness just like this. Laziness is not something you can overcome by work. Laziness is something you overcome by your mental, by literally tricking the world into thinking that you are already rich by believing it yourself. And you should think in a way that you are already rich, because if the idea exists in God's mind, which just means like if you have the visualization of you getting rich, like if you can vividly imagine it and picture it inside of your head, it is real. That's why there's no such thing as a new color. You can't think of a new color because it doesn't exist. You can think of yourself getting rich because somewhere, some form of you, some version of you, it does exist. That's why you could think of it in the first place. You can't imagine shit that does not exist. So just know the only thing you have to do is just pull yourself into that form, right? So you just have to basically pull the future into the present. And how you do that is living in the present, like the now. I am rich now, not I will be rich in the future. Never tell yourself that. And then once you obviously convince yourself that you're already rich and truly believe it deep down in your heart, that's when the world believes it too. And then your mind will actually be able to let you work. And you'll get over laziness and procrastination because you believe yourself to be that person that would be working, because that millionaire version of yourself would be working obviously every single day, probably like 4 to 6 hours. I don't like that work 12 hours thing. That obviously didn't get me here, but yeah, that's how to overcome laziness and procrastination, through like an esoteric lens, not some little work harder lens. And I promise you that's going to take you a lot further. But if you apply these things, I promise you actually start being able to work, and then you'll get the life that you want to live.